Alright, this is my panel. You can see how big it is, my solar panel. First thing I had to do is attach these Z brackets that you see right there on the back side. They come in the packages, all the little nuts and a bolt that comes up through there and nuts there, and then the Z bracket extends out. So whatever's mounted to this, that extends the total panel out away from the distance of whatever you're mounting it to. Gives you some airflow back there for sure too. But this is basically a 100-watt panel. That's what it looks like. And you can see it's pretty large. And so I've attached my Z brackets to it. Okay. So stand by for just a second. You're going to see some floor as I walk out to my outdoors here, so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, I took apart an old dish that I had. It was for Dish Network that I had to take down off the pole. They had mounted it to, that's my satellite for internet dish, but they had mounted it right up there where you see that area up there on the pole, and I took it down from there. Disconnected the wires. I'm going to utilize these blocks, one of them for a ground block for my system. But anyway, I took those apart off of the main pole part and the angle thing where you can change the angle. Threw them in here. As you can look back there in my crap pile here, I threw the dish and the LNAs and stuff in there. I don't need them. Pulled the wires out. Okay. And then I took the bracket that the dish is attached to and turned it upside down. I took it completely upside down and attached it to the old pole. Here it is. As you can see, I've got it backwards. I put this on, as you can see now, I've got it on there backwards on the mount. Okay. And that will allow me to still spin this thing. As you can see me do here, I can still spin it to get a direction that I want to move the deal. I can also move the whole thing to go, let me see if I can show you, this way or that way some. So, you know, as you can see, and the bottom is where I want to be able to attach it to the roof of my house, which is up there. But anyway, this is where I'm at so far. Now I've got to come up with two brackets that will come off of this and be able to form a frame, frame that will be about 47 inches long, has to be at least 24 inches wide, and that will mount to this, and then the frame itself will, the frame will then mount to the frame of the solar panel I just showed you. So anyway, this is where I'm at, but this would give me the capability to adjust this thing, and I can always just tighten these screws once I get it where I get my maximum voltages and current from the sun and everything. But then I'm going to have to take these and find a spot on the roof down there, if you can see where I'm talking about. I'll have to take that, and I'm going to have to mount probably some 2x4s to my metal roof, and by pulling out some of the screws that are already there and just putting some sealant in there and running some bigger screws through, and then fastening this itself to the 2x4s that will secure it to the roof. And hopefully it'll be pretty strong against the wind. I don't see much problem. I mean, this is pretty solid, and it's, you know, it's held a dish just attached to a pole in some strong windstorms we've had here. So I don't think there would be a problem with what I'm doing here to create my mount. And like I say, I'm going to play with this for a little while until I come up with a good mount. And if the mount works, you'll probably, or once I get it together, or at least the frame part, when I get up on the roof or get it put together on this, I'll show you the next step before I fasten my panels. But I want to take everybody through these steps. Like I said, this is simply a deal I took off the pole, turn the top around, and this way I've got angle. I can angle back. I can go back where I was, you know, I can go back to one direction. I'll be able to spin it, you know, one way or this, and I can also go up and down this way. So this will give me two directions to turn this thing, and that's the whole idea. Is I wanted a bracket that I could modify, that I could do some movement with them once I get it up there and get my maximum point of where I'm going to get the most energy throughout the day, and I'll show you kind of where I'm planning on putting it. Now, I haven't determined for sure if I'm going to do that yet. I walk by the barrels and the rest of the stuff. That's where my garden was the last couple of years. I'm not putting a garden in this year. It came too late. I'm going to grow in the greenhouse instead. Yeah, you see I got a little solar thing there that runs to some ribbon lights inside the greenhouse. But anyway, there's the roof I want to mount it on. It's right there. And I want to try to get it this way, about midway. Bring my wires through where you see that window. I have to take all that where the air conditioner is and reframe a big wood piece in there anyway to hold the air conditioner. Right now the only thing that holds is pole. They had put in that old crappy wood and it's falling out. As you can see, it's starting to crumble, and it's probably the pole's the only thing holding my air conditioner in that living room window. But the idea is if I have to have a shorter distance because you can't run the wires too far, so that's the shortest distance also. And if I run the wires, drop them through that window there before I... Okay, my last video ran out when I was explaining I was going to run my wires through the window there and everything. Yeah, but if the roof is if it's not sturdy enough to really hold it, which I think it'll be, I have an option. I've got this pole right here that I can put in the ground and mount that thing at the top of the pole. So that'll be my next option if nothing else. But just wanted to catch you up where I'm at, what I'm doing. I mean, there's if this frame is not sturdy enough, because I don't want the solar panel whipping like this, I will come up with something else. I'm trying to avoid buying, they sell like 2 other solar mounts. They sell a pole mount, and then they sell a roof mount type deal, or yard mount, whatever. And I really don't want to go to the expense of those, as I think I can buy them myself. Oh, I just saw a little birdie land up there where I'm going to try to get, there he went. He's sitting up there on the roof. There he is. Okay. But anyway, that's where I'm at, and sorry the other video ran out. It just my chip got loaded. I had no more room on there at all. I had to go in and delete a lot of pictures. And have a good day, and wishing you all well. Take care. Okay, I did forget to do one thing on the video I wanted to show you. Here I kind of drafted out the mount, how it would look. And the circle in the middle is the top of that satellite thing, and these 2 bars going across here would be the metal braces that are run across, and then there'll be a metal frame running this way on this end, on the ends. There won't be one running down the frame of the that way. Yeah, those are the Z brackets I pointed out before that you saw on top of the dish itself. They'll mount to this long piece here, and then I may take and run a metal wire from corner to opposite corner on both sides, just to add a little more strength. But that's what my plan is so far. I just had to kind of draft it out, sketch it out, so I can keep it in mind what I want to do and everything. So anyway, I wanted to show that part to you, so you get an idea more of what I'm trying to do here. Till later, bye.